Okay, this is from the book Rosemary Romberg, Circumcision, The Painful Dilemma, 2nd edition. Rosemary is no longer with us, but she's one of the most amazing people who have ever lived. And I did promise Rosemary at the 2018 AAP convention that we would take over and destroy circumcision, and that's what we're doing. So here's a letter in the beginning of the book from Dr. Leboyer, and I think it's a very important letter because it really highlights why this book is so important. Yes, whatever is done to stop the terrible practice of circumcision will be of tremendous importance. There's no rational medical reason to support it. It is done just as a habit, with no one being aware of why it is done. And much worse, no one being aware of the deep implications and life-lasting effect. Once you remember that all that takes place during the first days of life on the emotional level shapes the pattern of all future reactions, we cannot but wonder why such a torture has been inflicted on the child. How could such a being who has been aggressed in this way, while totally helpless, develop into a relaxed, loving, trusting person? Indeed, we will never be able to trust anyone in life. He will be always on the defensive, unable to open up to others and to life. There has been recently a large international survey conducted by the World Health Organization regarding what takes place in Africa with young women at the stage of puberty. The public opinion was stunned and revolted finding out that the tortures and mutilations, removal of the clitoris and so on, inflicted. The practice of circumcision is exactly the same nature and level. And we call ourselves rational and developed. At least these young women are conscious, and they are told that it is sort of a test, an act of courage. Although in fact, it is meant to make them submissive to men and to ensure they will never challenge man's power. But there's no such consciousness in the newborn. The torture is experienced in a state of total helplessness, which makes it even more frightening and unbearable. Yes, it is high time that such a barbaric practice comes to an end. And the work you are doing is of immense value. With best wishes, Dr. Frederick Leboyer, author, Birth Without Violence, New York, 1976. So we will be getting more into depth into this book, so stick around. Thank you very much for listening.